All right. So now this inequality, if the first step you must understand whenever you have inequality, first you should understand what is x. Here x is definitely here first is 6 plus x minus x square. Yeah, first mistake students do is that these both sides they cancel out. This under root of 6 plus x minus x square is there. This you cannot cancel off. This part you cannot cancel off. That's first important thing. uh, yeah, because already I must have told you this. Log x square, this function, and 2 log x. This function, both are different. These two functions are not equal. These two functions are not equal. When you come to function, both domain and uh, the values of these functions must be equal. Here domain of this is x greater than, this is c, domain of x is, yeah, in this domain of x is x greater than 0. For this domain of x is not equal to 0. If x is negative also okay, here x is negative is not okay. So these two functions are not equal. Similarly here also you cannot cancel on both sides, because after getting the value of x, if you substitute in this, it should satisfy this one. So when you have root, you must be careful. That means this is greater than or equal to 0, one thing. And another thing is denominator cannot be 0. That means 2x plus 5 must not be 0. And another thing is x plus 4 must not be 0. These are the conditions. So now here this x square minus x less than or equal to 0. And in this case, x is not equal to minus 5 by 2. And in this case, x is not equal to minus 4. So here, what are the, so sum of the roots is 3. Therefore, 3 comma minus 2. Sum is plus 1, product is minus 6. So lies between the roots. What are the roots now? 3 comma minus 2. Na? Minus 2 to 3. And intersection minus 5 by 2. Right? This and this. Na? Yeah. And x should not be equal to minus, this minus 5 by 2. So doesn't come in this. And x should not be minus 4, right? So yeah, this one. Okay, so undo, let's undo it. Yeah. So here anyway, what I am saying is minus 5 by 2, if it comes in this interval, minus 2 to 3, solution should be in minus 2 to 3. So here x cannot be minus 5 by 2, but minus 5 by 2 means what here? Minus 2.5. That anyway will not come in this. Minus 2.5 is this side of this, so it's not a problem. And x is not equal to minus 4. So minus 4 also not there. Therefore, this is the domain, right? So therefore, now let's find out. So what the first thing that we do is, now what we can do is you can cancel off these two. So because anyway now minus 2 to 3 I found, now you can cancel off. If you cancel off, what you are going to get, 1 by 2x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 1 by x plus 4. You understand, this is positive and this is also positive. That is the reason I did it. And not only that, and I already told you this. For example, x square equal to x is there. Here, if you cancel on both sides x1, you are going to lose a solution. That you should understand. You are going to lose a solution. What is that? X equal to 0, you lost. Therefore, when you cancel on both sides, you should understand that this equality is there. So that means you should understand that 6 plus x minus x square equal to 0 if you put. No, this equal to 0 if you put. So it's going to satisfy. Equality is there. So therefore, whenever you cancel off, you should understand that equal to 0. Here you cancel off x. Therefore, x equal to 0 is a solution that you are going to lose. Therefore, you should write here. So I wrote here. So that means what? X equal to minus 2 comma 3 is the solution. This is one solution. Okay, this part is one solution we got. Now solution I wrote here. So now you see here what you can do. You can cross multiply. Yes or no? You can cross multiply. So somebody say yes. So but actually it is wrong. You cannot cross multiply. Already I told, because x is here not positive. So x can be here negative, also positive also, because x is in this interval. If you put x equal to actually minus 2, Yeah, in this case, if you put x equal to -2, you are going to get, yeah, -2 means positive. Here also, yeah. So therefore, here x is anyway, yeah. In this case, you can multiply. Yeah, in this case, you can multiply because x is -2 to 3 only. Whatever solution you should get in this interval only. Therefore, in this case, you can multiply. Otherwise, what you should do, you have to bring this one this side. This one this side you have to bring. But in this case, you can multiply because 2x plus 5 is what is always positive. Understand, x is minus, it is greater than -2. Therefore, if you put -2 -1 is positive, this is also positive. Because these two are positive, I'm multiplying, cross multiplication is okay. X plus 4 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 5. So therefore, that implies what you get if you bring this side x. So x plus 1. If you bring this one this side, x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. That implies what? X is less than or equal to -1. So now what is the solution you got? This is one solution, this is one solution. So but now this solution must lie in this interval. No? That implies what would I get is x belongs to -1. It is less than -1, greater than -2. That means -2 to -1 is okay. -2 to -1 is okay. And here -2 comma 3 union -2 comma 3 also okay. These are the solutions. That means finally what would you write is x belongs to here -2 -1 union 3, because anyway 2 is covered here, -2 is covered here, so 3 we should write. So you see here, very important here, first thing you need to find out the domain. Domain is this. Domain is this. And another thing is, okay, first after finding, second is that you have to solve inequalities. Here I can cancel out both, or actually this is taking common. So this is like this, na? This x is there on both sides. So therefore x square minus x equal to 0. If I take x common, x minus 1 equal to 0. That implies either x is 0 or x equal to 1. Similarly, here also, if you take this one common, after bringing this side, if I take this one common, then what do I get? This is either 0 or this inequality holds. So from this inequality, we did like this. So in this case, we know this positive denominator is positive, therefore we cross multiplied. Otherwise, you can't do that. Okay, hope you understand this one. Okay, this is the next question. This inequality we have to solve. So first thing I told, the first point you should do is you have to find out the domain. So you can find out domain, that is this -10. This should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, this should be greater than or equal to 0. What are the roots? Actually, immediately we can find out. Sum of the roots is +3. So here 5 2s are -10. See, so sum is 2. So immediately you can find out. From this you can write the domain. That is x belongs to -infinity to -2 union 5 to infinity. Whatever solution you find, that should be in this, because this is no problem here. Here domain for this function is all real numbers. We need not worry about that. So here this is a first point. So now next is, now what I would do is here, yeah, so here this is positive and you don't know whether this is positive or negative. So therefore case 1 I will take. Case 1 is what? 8 minus x is, I would take greater than or equal to 0. When we have greater than or equal to 0, this is positive, actually you can square on both sides. This is some positive number greater than 0. So you can square also. If you square also, then it will remain same. So positive number greater than or equal to some, this is 1. If you square, there's no problem. If it is 0, if you square, there's no problem. Like this, I mean to say. So therefore, I'm taking 8 minus x greater than or equal to 0. I'm taking, that means practically I'm taking x is less than or equal to 8. I'm taking, right? If you bring x this side, x is less than or equal to 8. I'm taking. This is what I'm taking. So now what's going to happen here? Now you can square on both sides, because I made sure this is positive, this is positive. Now if you square on both sides for the inequality, that's going to be x square minus 3x minus 10 is greater than or equal to, greater than is what? 8 minus x whole square, squaring on both sides. So that is going to be x square minus 3x minus 10 is greater than This is x square minus 16x plus 64. So x square you can cancel on both sides, and then the 16x comes here. This is 13x, right? 16x minus 3x, 13x, and this is going to be greater than 74. So x is going to be greater than 74 by 13. So 74 by 13, then we will see. This is solution actually. 74 by 13 is 5 to infinity. 74 by 13, no, approximately I am writing actually. So 13 5s are 65. Okay, 13 6 are 78. Therefore here 13 5s are 65 point something is there. So 5 point something means it is there in this interval. Therefore this is a solution. Why? That's all right. So the next is 8 minus x is less than 0. So that means what? X is greater than, yeah. And another thing we should check is x must be less than or equal to 8. So here in this case I got the solution. What is that? Here in this case finally 5 point something, na? So x belongs to what? 70. It is 74 by 13 to 8 closed. So in this interval, that means it should be less than, here condition to do square on both sides and solve this all. This is also actually domain. This is also domain, means x value for which you can square on both sides. So now in this case, what you are going to get is 74 by 13 to 8. This is one solution. So next case is what? X, 8 minus x less than 0. That means x is greater than 8. This next one. So now what you can do is, you see, this is negative and this is positive. So what you can do in this case, you observe here actually this is positive range. This is positive and this is greater than, this is negative. The positive, this is greater than negative. You tell me what is the answer. Is actually there is no need of solving this, because this is positive already we know and this is negative. Positive is greater than negative. For what values of x, positive is greater than negative. So this is true, always true. That means what? If you take x is greater than 8, x is greater than, that means 9 you take, this is going to be negative, this is going to be anyway positive. So this is always true. So in this case, what is the solution? This is true for all real numbers. So x can be any real number greater than 8. If x is greater than 8, this is always true. So here in this case, what? More than 8 is the solution in this case. 8 to where, then 8 to infinity is the solution. More than 8 means what? 8 to infinity is the solution in this case. Okay, x belongs to second case. So this is also solution or this is also solution. Therefore, finally, what is the solution of this inequation is closed. 74 by 13 to infinity is the solution. Hope you understand this one.